Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Massasoit Wrestling Corner back again with episode 2. It's only me and him right now, but later on in the day, James and somebody else is going to be making a video, and we're going to combine it all into one, and then you'll get their thoughts on it, so it's going to be like a little bit of a separate video. I'm on the wrong notes. So we're going to talk about NXT. It's only going to be me, though, because he doesn't watch NXT. And SmackDown, and we're going to give our predictions for Impact tonight. So I'll just start with NXT. I've got to find my notes.
Do you want me to start the shot, or do you want to?
Yeah, you can stay if you want. Alright, so this NXT happened on April 1st, 2015. And the show kicks right off with Sami Zayn's return. And he talks about how he wants to get the NXT Championship back and beat Kevin Owens' ass for the title. And he said that's his whole plan, and it was cool to see Sami Zayn again. He's back, and I think it was awesome. Sami Zayn is one of my favorite guys, and I was surprised. I was not expecting Sami Zayn to return, so I thought it was awesome.
Okay.
And then Rhino completely just squashes. They didn't say the wrestler's name, so he completely squashes him.
Gore.
He gets the gore for the win, and then afterwards he says that the line for the NXT Championship match starts behind him because he wants to face Kevin Owens for the title. And then
he has a birthright to even face Kevin Owens, because the thing with Rhino is, if you look back in Rhino's career, he was an influential player in ECW.
Mm-hmm.
For people who don't know what ECW is, it's Extreme Championship Wrestling, or as what Jerry the King Lawler would say, extremely crappy wrestling. Rhino is one of the main people from ECW, and his spear that he calls the Gore, there are only a few people who use the spear to perfection and really can damage.
Oh, yeah.
And the three people who do that perfectly, in my opinion, are Goldberg, Bobby Lashley, and Rhino.
I think Roman Reigns does a pretty good job.
Roman Reigns does a good job, but with Roman Reigns, yes, he spears the guy, but Bobby Lashley throws the guy over when he spears him.
Like a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
he hit Austin Aries with it, and he like spinned around. And
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
And that's all we gotta say about Rhino.
Yeah, and I thought it was awesome. So then it shows another Dana Brooke video. She's going to be coming to NXT soon. Not really sure when, but she's coming. And then Kevin Owens gets interviewed after his match with Finn Balor, and he says that nobody's going to take the NXT Championship from him. I thought it was, that's all he really said. I thought it was fine. So then Becky Lynch gets interviewed, and she says that she's going to be coming after the NXT Women's Championship because she's just as talented as Sasha Banks. So I think they're going to set up a future program with Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship. I think that would be awesome. But I don't really know if it's going to work because it's going to be a heel versus heel match, but we'll see how it goes. We'll add somebody in for a triple threat equation. And then we get Blake and Murphy, the NXT Tag Team Champions, versus the Lucha Dragons, Sin Cara and Kalisto. This was actually a really fun match. Sin Cara and Kalisto both hit dives on both of them, and then they dominate Kalisto throughout much of the portion of the match. Sin Cara gets the hot tag. He hits some dives on him. And then eventually Blake and Murphy, one of them hits a brain buster on him, and the other one hits the splash for the win. I can't tell the two apart, so yeah. I thought it was a good match, and I'm happy to see that they're being used, because this match was way better than the match they had in NXT Rival. That was just, it wasn't terrible, but there was a lot of botches in it. They didn't botch this time. And I will admit it was kind of awkward to see the Lucha Dragons on NXT since they just debuted on the main roster, but I thought they were good. So then Sami Zayn gets interviewed, and he says he's going after the NXT title, and Rhino comes up and says that you're not going to get the NXT title because the line starts behind me. Same thing he said. So they're probably going to have a match between Rhino and Sami Zayn in like a #1 contenders match for the title, and Rhino will probably win that match and face Owens for the title.
Rhino probably will win that match. It's pretty much a guarantee.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I'm saying I think they want to. I think in like August, summertime, Sami Zayn will get the title back. I think it would make a lot of sense. And then we get Ty Dillinger versus Jason Jordan. These guys, the story of the match wasn't bad. They were former tag team partners. I believe Jason Jordan turned heel and turned on him. I'm trying to remember the match because I don't remember much. I think Jason Jordan, I remember he won, but I forget how he won. It wasn't a bad match. And then we get the match of the night. It was Tyler Breeze versus Hideo Itami in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Good match. Right off the bat, Hideo Itami hits that drop kick on Breeze and gets the first fall. And then afterwards, Tyler Breeze acting like he's all stunned. He has no idea where he is, but it was all just a setup for Tyler Breeze to hit the beauty shot on Hideo Itami. And then they continue wrestling. Tyler Breeze completely dominates the whole match. He completely dominates Hideo Itami, and then he makes Itami makes a comeback, and Tyler Breeze ends up hitting a super kick. Itami kicks out, and then Hideo Itami goes off on him, hits a drop kick in the corner, and then he goes to hit the running drop kick on Breeze, but then he counters into the beauty shot from out of nowhere and gets the win. I gotta admit, I was a little bit shocked Breeze went over here because I thought Itami was gonna build himself up and win. But I think Tyler Breeze needed this victory because he hasn't really been going anywhere. He's been kind of lost in the shuffle, if you will. And I think this can really build himself back up. And they can always do another match at some point. So that was NXT this week. I thought NXT was a solid show. I liked the main event. I liked Sami Zayn's return. And I liked Rhino's appearance. So I thought it was a solid show. I was tired from school, though, so I fell asleep throughout some of it, but other than that, NXT was a good show this week. So now on to SmackDown. You want to come in here for SmackDown now? Yeah, I'll let you talk about this. So this SmackDown was for April 2nd, 2015, and there was a little bit of change up on the commentary. Usually it's Byron Saxon, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler, but Michael Cole was injured, so they had Tom Phillips on the commentary this week. So you want to stop talking about the match? You can talk about it however you want. And then
Randy Orton came out after Seth Rollins was talking about his monumentous victory over Roman Reigns in the Beast Incarnate, and Orton basically kind of said the same thing that Rhino said.
Yeah.
The line for a title opportunity starts behind me because of what happened Monday night when Brock Lesnar snapped, and you see Brock Lesnar being an actual beast, if you will. You see him F5ing a camera guy.
And I loved it. The thing I really loved
Not once,
but twice.
No, it was like 3 times he F5'd the camera guy.
No, because he F5 Cole, then he F5 the camera guy.
Oh, yeah.
But what I really liked about it is when he just tipped the commentary table in the commentary.
And he beat up J&J security.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And Randy basically said
he also said he never got his rematch.
He never got his rematch for the title, and that the line, because of Brock Lesnar being indefinitely suspended, that the title opportunity, or the line for that specific title, goes through Orton.
Yeah.
Or starts at Orton.
And something I liked was he completely trashes Kane.
And he talks about Kane being how Kane first got his start as the Big Red Machine.
And now he's just split with Kane. And he's like, what do you really do?
Favorite demon.
And he was like, where were you at WrestleMania? Were you even there?
And what does the director of operations even do?
Yeah.
Which, as you can see, pissed off Kane.
So he made a match.
He
Randy
made a
Orton
match
versus
between
Big
Big
Show.
Show versus Randy Orton,
Right now.
where the Authority would reconsider Orton's title opportunity.
Because like if he wins, they'll consider if he
And
wins.
Orton wins.
Well, they have the match.
Well, they
the match
had the
was not
match.
even. I don't even think the match was 5
They
minutes.
had the match, and
They
when
interfered.
Orton was closing in on a victory, cued the Authority, cued J&J, cued
attacked
Kane, and
Kane chokeslams Orton, and then they're about to beat him up, but then Ryback makes the save.
Ryback makes the save, and that, I mean, that gives Ryback kind of a push in a way,
Yeah.
because it shows that Randy Orton has somewhat of a respect
For Ryback.
for Ryback.
And I think they're trying to put Ryback in the title shot too, because
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do some sort of fatal 4-way match with Rollins, Orton, Ryback, and Roman Reigns at
Later in the night, I do want to talk about Rollins and Kane.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Uh,
Another thing though is I think it seems random that Ryback's in the equation. I mean, I don't mind him being in the equation, but he doesn't really have a purpose being.
Exactly. And
I mean,
now
maybe if he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, then that would make sense. But
Yeah.
it doesn't really make any sense.
And
He's just kind of randomly thrown.
with Natalia,
Oh yeah, that was the next match,
now
wasn't it?
yeah, Natalia and
Yeah.
Naomi. Naomi
And the Bellows were on
Come-
commentary for the match too.
Naomi comes out, says there's a lot of doubters, there's a lot of haters, and that a lot of people don't really know her as an individual. They only know her as
One of the Usos.
one of
wives.
the Usos' wives, and saying that the victory over Nikki Bella
Was on
wasn't a
fluke.
fluke, and that Funk was on a roll.
I think she needs to get rid of that gimmick. I think she should have.
I agree, but and so
The promo wasn't bad until she said that.
Natalia, it was pretty much.
She
was
dominated the whole
dominated the whole match, but there was a lot of kip ups and all
Yeah.
that
I
from
like,
both competitors.
Yeah, I liked this match. I think they're both good competitors, and
And Natalia, let's face it, Natalia had the match won. She had Naomi in the sharpshooter, and Naomi reverses it
into like
and
a head,
like a head scissor.
what was like a Hurricane face first move that Sin
Yeah.
Cara usually does, except
And-
she was like on her knees. So
and she wins the match.
yeah,
And the Bellas get up.
they don't really do anything.
They don't
I don't
really
understand
do
why they
anything.
don't do anything.
And Nikki just shows the belt.
I don't understand why they don't. I understand you want to build a story, but it's 2-on-1. Why don't they just go attack her? I don't
And
understand why they don't do that.
now we're going to talk about what I thought was pretty much the best interview of the night. Corporate Kane.
It wasn't an interview, but it was a.
Yeah. So Kane and Rollins are in the office, and Rollins is like, "Are you really concerned, Randy Orton,
Yeah.
for a title?"
And he said, like, you're smarter than Randy, or don't take what he said.
And
No
you're
offense.
smarter than Randy Orton, and you're better. And Kane goes, "Well, you're better than Randy Orton."
And he says you might be afraid that Orton might beat you since he beat you at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And, well, I don't see, even if that match does happen, I don't see Rollins losing the title.
They're not going to take it off.
They're not going to take it off him anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because for him to cash in at Mania and then have an Extreme Rules match
Yeah.
at Extreme Rules versus the Viper, yes, it will be a hard contested match. But ultimately, the Authority are going to come in, or they're going to pay someone off to
Yeah.
come in
And take him out.
and take Randy Orton out. Not out of competition, but just out the match.
Yeah.
And Rollins is going to curb stomp Orton
Win the match.
and win the match.
But I think they might go with the Fatal 4-Way or a triple threat.
Eventually, yeah.
But I don't think.
I don't
gonna
see
be
it's going to be the Fatal 4-Way right away. I think he's going to have a match with Orton and then have it lead up to like a Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah. Maybe like he has a match with Orton first, and then he has a match with like Ryback, and then he has a match with Reigns, and he keeps cheating and having to win, and he'll do like what JBL when he had to have that fatal 4 Armageddon match. So that could possibly happen.
And basically they said the office stunk.
Oh my god! And then Ambrose comes out.
Ambrose comes out with a newspaper, and
he took a shit.
He took a shit in Kane's private bathroom, mind you. And because of that, Kane got really mad.
And he puts him in
a match with Luke Harper.
And it was just like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
And Ambrose is like, okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Which
pissed him off, Kane off even more.
You don't get it. I mean, here's a guy who's been curb stomped through cinder blocks. Here's a guy who, in Combat Zone Wrestling, bloodied his own face up during a match and got taken at Mania by a power bomb through 2 ladders. Or
it was 1.
It was? I thought it was 2.
He got power bomb off the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to let him in. Just tell him.
Continue talking.
Okay. But then let me think. So then and then Ambrose, he's like that crazy guy. He doesn't care what happens to him. He was. I just thought he was good here.
Yeah.
And
now.
We'll just talk about that. We're gonna just talk about that match.
Point to Finch, and he's gonna talk about Byron Saxton.
Did you not? You didn't see it, did you?
No, I saw it. But you can talk about Saxton.
He interviews Roman Reigns, and he asks him about the match with Brock at Mania. Roman Reigns said that he had a game plan. But he wasn't expecting what he got at Mania. He wasn't expecting Brock Lesnar to be that beast. But then Roman Reigns talks about how he doesn't think Brock Lesnar was ready for him. And he talks about laughing when he beat the crap, when Lesnar was beating the crap out of him. And he said he was laughing because he knew that Brock Lesnar could not knock out Roman Reigns that night. And then he talks about how he hit the Superman punches and he wasn't expecting that. And then he speared him. He really wasn't expecting that. And then he talks about when Rollins cashed in, Roman Reigns knew that if he had hit, that he was 30 seconds away from beating Brock Lesnar. And he was right on the top of the mountain, and then he got knocked off by that Money in the Bank cash-in. And I think he said he's going to get his hand on Seth Rollins and take him out. I really liked this interview. I
think he will get his hands on Rollins.
Yeah.
But will he take him out? I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think that's going to happen unless you take out every single member of the Authority.
Yeah.
Starting with Big Show and Kane.
And then
actually, starting with J&J Security.
And then Big Show and
Kane. Big Show and Kane. And then Hunter himself.
I think what I think is going to happen at SummerSlam? They're going to do a match between Triple H and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
That could happen.
Or at Survivor Series. That could happen. What do you think of this, though?
I thought it was a good interview.
I think Byron Saxton should be an interviewer.
But I don't think Reigns is going to get his hands on Rollins anytime soon.
Yeah.
He will get his hands on him.
But he's going to...
But
every time
he gets close to beating the crap out of him, the Authority is going to come out and
And Rollins will always escape. That's what
it will be like when Bully Ray tried putting Dixie Carter through a table.
Yeah.
That was epic, but that's
it.
Yeah. Anyway,
let me get the Miz versus R-Truth. Nothing match. Miz wins.
Not really a very good match. I mean,
I think that
Miz
R-Truth
won.
Yeah. R-Truth is going to go back down to Jawbone.
Miz won with skull-crushing finale, and then you really see somebody come out with
Miz down, hit the skull-crushing finale.
You see Damian Sandow, because I don't think we should.
Well, they're still calling him Damian Mizdow.
Yes, but we shouldn't call him Damian Mizdow anymore, because after Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Mizdow, though, because he is still acting like the Miz. He gets the skull crusher finale.
Yeah.
He puts the sunglasses on.
And he gets a reaction from the crowd. So Damien Sandow, or Mizdow, or
whatever you want to call him.
Whatever you want to call him. Aaron Idol,
Yeah.
Stevens, Damien Sandow, Damien Mizdow, whatever you want to call him. He's better than the Miz.
Yeah. So then, I kind of feel bad for R-Truth because I think it feels like he's going to be a jobber.
Yeah.
I don't really want to. I think R-Truth has some talent. Like
All right.
John Cena promo.
We really have to talk about it. Or it was basically John Cena boasting about his victory, about Rusev.
Yeah. He talks about how every week he's going to have a United States Championship Open Challenge because everybody deserves an opportunity. I thought that was good. I hope that actually happens.
Rusev
comes out. He says he didn't lose at Mania, which is kind of true.
The tape kind of differs, though.
Yeah. And then he says that he wants his rematch at Extreme Rules, and he goes to put down the Russian flag, but then instead Cena has the American flag come down, and he accepts his challenge for a match at Extreme Rules. What kind of match do you think they would do if they had a match? Well, when they have the
I quit match.
Last
man standing.
I don't want an I quit match. It would be way too obvious.
Maybe a 3 out of 3 falls.
Oh, you mean 2 out of 3?
Or
2 out of 3.
actually, no. Go back in history. There's a match that people liked, but hasn't been around for quite some time, and that is a 3 stages of hell.
Well, the last one they did was John Cena Ryback at Payback.
Yeah. Have it be a 3 stages of hell match. Have the first one be
just a regular match, maybe? Nah.
Last man standing. Second match,
Cage.
I quit. Or actually, no. Steel cage match.
Then the I quit match.
And if they're able to compete after that, have it be a match that Cena's had over the years, and with Edge, aka Adam Copeland, who is the innovator of that match,
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
where he never lost up until Cena or Unforgiven in his hometown of Canada.
Yeah.
So have it be that. And then, I really don't think we need to talk about Adrian Neville.
Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose. Good match.
Very good match.
I liked it when Ambrose went to do the dive and Harper pushed him back, and then he went out and did the clothesline. That was awesome. I liked Harper's big boot in the match.
And Ambrose basically couldn't stand after that. He had to be walked off by security.
Well, because Ambrose...
No, I know, but what I'm saying is he had to get walked off by security. And here's a guy who can take a beating and sell it, and you don't expect him to just walk off with security.
Yeah. Because then he went to... Harper pulled up the announce table, and then Ambrose went to powerbomb him through, but Harper threw him into the post twice, and then powerbombed Ambrose through the table. So they're going to feud. I don't really know how the feud's going to be, but I think they're going to do a tables match at Extreme Rules.
Probably. And
Primetime Players Trash, New Day. I thought that was funny.
I mean, for those who don't know the Primetime Players, it's Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, or Gator.
Yeah,
if you will.
And the New Day is Big E, Kofi Kingston, and
they reunited, and New Day is kind of a ripoff of an all-black church. But
I like
you hear New Day sucks chants. You hear
the crowd hates the New Day, and I don't blame them.
And you hear the Primetime Players getting behind that. And honestly, no one really saw the Primetime Players reunited. I know I sure didn't.
No.
I mean, after what happened, it's kind of hard to reunite with someone who basically beat the crap out of you.
But
I mean,
it's not like they were going anywhere singly.
Yeah.
I mean, Titus O'Neil, they could do something with him, because I think he has a lot of talent. He has the size that he wants. Darren Young could be something too, but
I'm not gonna say on air, but they have a better ability to be tag team
Yeah.
champions or whatever than single wrestlers.
So, but they trash the New Day. He trashes that Biggie's always all sweaty. They trash Kofi Kingston by saying like he has no like.
That's
Yeah. And then they trash Xavier Woods by like his hair. I thought it was pretty good stuff. Check it out. It's probably on YouTube. But I think they're gonna feud. I have no clue who's gonna be facing heel.
I think New Day is the heel technically, but
make the prime time.
they get off the crowd as heel,
But they're gonna probably make the prime time players heels.
but they'll probably make the players heel.
Alright, so then we get the
And
next
now-
Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. Originally, this was supposed to be a tag team match because but Dolph Ziggler with Bryan and Dolph Ziggler versus
So how do you think you did on the test?
But yeah, so originally it was supposed to be Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus and Bad News Barrett, but Ziggler couldn't compete because of the attack by Sheamus, so it was turned into a one-on-one match.
Yeah, and
And Bad News Barrett was on commentary. He did a pretty good job on commentary.
Sheamus, or the remade Sheamus, because I'm not even gonna call him Sheamus.
Well, he is Sheamus.
Well, he is Sheamus, but he is more of an unhinged, unstable
Yeah.
Sheamus. Basically saying that, yeah, Dolph Ziggler and Daniel
Yeah.
Bryan, they're,
I like the
they're
idea.
good wrestlers.
But he's
but
like,
they're not,
they're just the underdogs.
they're not A-list
Bless.
super. They're not A-list players.
Because he comes out and asks, what happened to the real men in the WWE?
Like, and I think what he means by that is, where is he? Where is the actual big red machine? Where is,
Yeah. And he
all
said that you guys always get disappointed when they let you down, so he's gonna crush all the people that
they're gonna crush the
And
underdogs.
something he didn't mention is he has new theme music now.
Yeah, he got rid of the whole
It's a shame to fame.
written in the face.
And he has a new theme song now.
And
I thought this was a good match. Daniel Bryan.
can we just say his mohawk and the beard and the
I don't know
is a lot better than when he first debuted.
Everyone thinks he looks stupid too. I like it.
I think it's a more dangerous
Sheamus.
Sheamus because
They completely changed up Sheamus. They changed
with
it.
the whole because here's a guy who started in ECW,
Yeah.
ran roughshod through the revised ECW,
Then he went roughshod.
and
on
then
Raw.
and for a very brief moment in Raw, he ran
Roughshod.
roughshod.
He was taking out everybody. John Cena, Randy Orton.
He was
took out
taking
Triple
out
H.
everybody, and what happened? They made a tables, ladders, and chairs match between John Cena.
It was a
and
tables match.
No, it was tables, ladders.
No, because he put Cena through the table to win.
Yes, but then there was a tables, ladders, and chairs match later on in Sheamus 1.
I think you're thinking of the video games.
No,
No, it didn't happen in real life. It happened in WWE.
okay. I'm pretty sure it did.
But
And then,
so
and
I like
here's
this
what I
match.
see what could possibly happen now is a tag team stable of Bad News Barrett and Sheamus,
That'd be cool.
and have it be named the United Kingdom.
Yeah, in WWE
have
12, I remember they made
The
this
diva
shit.
should be Paige. I mean, you
And the
have
manager could be William Regal.
you have
because you
two.
could add William
Well,
Regal.
that's not really doing it.
Yeah, but he could be the manager. And,
You have Paige, British
yeah.
female. You have Bad News Barrett, a British male, and you have Sheamus, a guy from Ireland.
They made this, they made a stable like this in WWE 12. where
Yeah,
it
I
was-
know. I'm saying what they could actually do.
If only they
is
still had Drew McIntyre.
What I'm saying is, if they actually could,
Yeah,
they should actually do a tag team
yeah. If only
of
they
the
had,
United Kingdom with Sheamus
yeah.
and Bad News Barrett and Paige. That's the only people they actually need.
Yeah.
They don't really need Drew McIntyre because McIntyre is better in TNA.
I know,
than
but
he
I'm
is
saying
better.
like it would be cool to have Drew McIntyre because it would just be cool.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is with WWE, I think.
I just don't know why they never made
Wait.
this stable when they
Well, Bad News Barrett, Sheamus, in my opinion, put
Yeah.
them together. Put
had. It'd
them
be awesome.
in a tag team, and you could actually see Sheamus and Bad News Barrett
Together.
winning the tag titles,
Yeah. So
making the tag team division red hot.
Yeah. So let's talk about the match.
Can I use this? We did.
Yeah. No, we didn't talk about the match. We talked.
Yeah, we did. Oh, and
So Brian
and Sheamus had a very,
good match.
very good match.
I
But
like,
it ended badly for Brian
I want
because
to talk about the suplex. They were
because of
awesome
a
suplexes.
throat kick to the face, which basically busted Daniel Bryan open with his own blood.
I think he hit his head on the announce table.
And he was outside at ringside, not getting up.
And Barrett hits the forehand.
It's the backhammer on Daniel Bryan,
He gets counted
which
out.
makes us think, okay, you have Bad News Barrett who lost his Intercontinental Championship to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
You have Sheamus who came back and attacked Bryan and Ziggler. Make it a tag team.
Yeah.
Make Sheamus and Bad News Barrett a tag team. And
Brian was afterwards. They showed him getting
yep.
stitches in his head too.
And so,
So I just thought it was awesome stuff.
in my regards, it was one of the best SmackDowns that in recent weeks. Even better than the SmackDown leading up to Mania.
Yeah, I like the main event. I like the opening stuff with Orton. Divas match was good. What else was good on this show?
Well, we already.
I'm just talking about what the PTP. Yeah, everything was pretty good on the show.
But
I don't have any.
I will say this much: this Sheamus and Daniel Bryan show stole the show.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 stars.
But so now that we've talked about WWE, we have to move on to TNA now.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go talk about what predictions for tonight's show.
Alright,
so I'm
what
gonna-
are the matches?
I know 3 matches off the top of my head. I had to look them up.
Bobby Lashley.
We're gonna talk about that first.
Okay.
The first match we're gonna talk about is Magnus versus Bland in a false count anywhere match.
Alright.
I love this feud.
Okay, so do I. Who do you want there to win the match?
This is the tough one because I'm gonna take Magnus. I think I know it seems like Bland's got the
Hold on.
advantage and
Hold on. For people who don't know, Magnus and Bram were childhood friends who
I don't
in storyline, they're friends who acted like thugs.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. They
And
would
Magnus
beat up
got Bland
everybody.
his job in TNA.
And Bram, for a period of time, was happy about that.
And
And
then
then after the Feast and Fire
because
thing,
Magnus grabbed the tag team title briefcase and then they
Bram-
met in a bar and Bland hit him off the back of the head with the
bull ball. And so
not the bull, he hit him with the
it's a bull ball.
oh, I thought you said bull. Ball. Yeah.
And took
And he-
Magnus out for a while, and
He
he
kept
basically
calling him out
called
week
him out week after week.
And
when
Nikki
he was
James, I
beating
like that they
Bram.
added Nikki James into this too.
And so, and with doing this, I think you see a very darker side of Bram.
Yeah,
So I really do see Bram
I know.
and Magnus having a great fight. I mean, you already see.
I think they should. And it's gonna be good because I think they're gonna fight all over the place and have backstage and all of that. So it makes sense to have to follow them. I just can't see Magnus. It seems like he's had the advantage.
Yeah, and I see because I will probably give this to Magnus because of the powerbomb that he did to Bram a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
But Bram is no joke. Bram is
Yeah, he's gonna.
It's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be blood.
Yeah,
basically.
they should be blood.
It's not gonna be bam, bam, bam. Thank you, man. It's gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be blood, and it's gonna be a fight.
Next match, Bobby Roode versus Eric Young. It's going to be a submission match. So the way they describe how this match is, the only way you can make a tap out is in the ring.
Yep.
You go outside of it. Yeah, that's how they describe
So
it.
basically, you have another
It's a good
kind
feud.
of no DQ match,
Yeah.
but the only way to win that match is a submission inside the ring.
I think and there is both ways. I think he said if you grab the ropes, you fall forward.
And just because I cannot stand Eric Young, and they're making Eric Young the TNA version of Luke Harper, I'm giving it to Bobby Roode.
I think this feud's dragged on a little bit. It seems like they should have just ended it after the last match.
I'm giving it to Bobby Roode.
I think they want to make him a contender to go after Kurt Angle's title. So let's get to that match. Kurt Angle versus last week for the TNA World title. Angle's going in as the champion.
I see two things happening. I see Bobby Lashley going for a spear and hitting the spear. But I also see Kurt Angle retaining with an ankle lock, and then seeing the BBC come out laying waste to both Bobby Lashley and Kurt Angle. MVP holding the title, and who out of nowhere comes out is Drew McIntyre, aka Drew Galloway, and his buddies, and they basically beat the crap out of the beatdown clan.
Yeah.
Who's new member?
But don't say I haven't seen it. Oh yeah.
But we are not going to spoil the big surprise.
But I see Angle winning. He just got the title. They're not going to take it off.
And I think that's it.
All right, we talked about everything.
So this is the Massasoit Wrestling Corner.
Episode 2, and when this video is not over yet, because James and Draven's going to be giving their thoughts after this. So that's pretty much it, guys. You can subscribe to this channel. Any plugs you want to go all day?
And we are signing off.
All right, we'll see you later.
Mitch and
Peace.
the King of the Night. Peace.